guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Love Exalt. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Dancer seems to run out of things to say, with everyone looking at her. She looks at the ground for a moment to signal someone else to take the floor. So you brought with you neither snacks nor flasks of water, correct? Why do you ask? Enkidu is thirsty. Did you bring enough to share, as the officiary would say? I didn't bring any, of course. There's a dining cabin, isn't there? What are you giggling about?
Someone get me a snack. I gotta guard the door here. I'm hungry. One of those ghost holes ate my fucking sandwiches.
I just have to butt in again. Can we create a group rule that states no foul language?
Hey, there goes Mrs. I won't stand for your and for no obedience test, setting up more rules on top of the ones we already got a tippy-toe around. You had your turn to talk already. And forget about who's here on accident or not. Why the fuck are you a bleeding rainbow? Why the fuck are you a bleeding a rainbow down your neck?
Ooh, that gouge looks really badass. Where'd you get it? Guys, stop! Don't talk about that. It's a sensitive topic.
Yeah, well, where there's blood, there's battle. You gonna be open with your information or not, Guardian?
Guardian bristles and shoves a finger in Tank's unfazed face. You don't know a thing about me. I'll tell you how I got this wound when you earn my effing respect, you fat oaf. Chef exits the blackout garden, head down. He's covered in orange-yellow healing plasma. He dusts his sleeves off and shoves his paws in his jacket pockets. He walks over to the wall, puts his back to it, and slides down to a sitting position with his head between his quivering knees. Hey, stop arguing. It's not pleasant to listen to. Tank and Guardian, please keep it cool, at least until Revive is over. No one has to share their life story if they don't feel up to it right now. What is it, 1 a.m.? Let's get some rest pretty soon here. I appreciate your social smoothing tactics very much, Chef, and I'd hasten to concur. Heaven looming over my shoulder, I do consternate myself regarding the mental health of my familiar. She has gone too long afar from roost. A nap is in order. Sure. Yet, if I may speak for another moment longer... Oh, here we go. Hush, imp. I'll keep it short. If I may, I'd concisely recommend a meal before bed. It's a terrible time to sleep on an empty stomach.
Heard ya!
Furthermore, let's all cheer up and cease this talk of wounds and luggage. Soon we'll be getting the little fellow back on four paws and hind legs. If that isn't cause for celebrate... That's cause for a pop-off. Hell yeah, man, he's back. My boy is back. I love that little guy.
You probably haven't even fucking talked to him. Let me be the one to pop off. Let's fucking go!
Tank blows steam from his snout.
Rah! And I'll tell you all something right now. I got dibs on Pet. He's my ally. If you want in with him, you go through me. We square, boys?
Did he agree to that? You can have him. I'll acknowledge your alliance. If the officiary were here, she would scribble a note in her seating plan, changing Pet's seat from the lower cabin to the leave, and she would announce that Tank and Pet are to be considered honorary cabin mates in perpetuity. You might have to fight Healer for him at this point. They're going through a lot together. Chef still hasn't looked up. His head is in his knees, eyes on his shoes.
Yeah, gonna be a pretty easy
Tank does a double take. He runs over to Chef.
Oh shit! Buddy, I barely even noticed. Why you slumped down the wall like that?
Something didn't go wrong with Revive, did it? No, everything's fine. The last channel's probably finishing up. He rests his head against Tank's leg.
Hey!
Tank jerks away.
Fuck, don't do that. I mean, it's fine, but don't do that.
Chef sinks back down to a quivering ball.
What's going on in there, then? Trouble?
Nah, this is just how it goes. It's a bit hard to watch.
Well, then you should be watching it, you fucking louse. Get up, I got you.
No, dude.
Let's go face it together.
Tank props Chef up by one arm and walks him back into the darkness. Inside the Blackout Garden, it's a neurotic light show localized into the tiny island around Pet and Healer. Violent orange firecrackers obscuring their bodies. The 12th and final consecutive channel will soon come to an end. Healer writhes in the crucible of light, in the blood-stained soil, grabbing for anything to hold on to and only pulling up fistfuls of flowers. Blood seeps through his imperfect bandages. Sometimes he'll croak something unintelligible out, but then he'll get pulled right back down under the water into the ability. The channel has almost been completed. Imp sneaks past the others, heading for Pet. His witch hat protects him from a hail of god rays as heaven opens up to the garden. Pet's ghost floats down from the inky soup of darkness in the ceiling, his eyes wide with fear. His tail spirals down after him, a comet's trail of angel hands grasping at it, trying to pull him back up into heaven. And then the spectacle illuminates walls of fuse boxes and maintenance systems. Dead Ghost gets a notification that Pet broke the second rule, his mini-rule, don't show fear. Well, that can't fucking count, I guess. Healer is blinded by a fresh wave of pain. Pet becomes a distant, blurry ball of golden light as the angels yank him mercilessly back up into the ceiling again. Healer is left to suffer for another 33 seconds in total darkness. He wails up to heaven as his tail quakes with anguish. Fuck you, God! Let him go! Huh. Why are his eyes black? Why are his eyes black? The lights clack back on. Chef steps away from the fuse box on the wall, looking pale. He cancels mix on the wiring of the fuse box now that it's been reconnected. We good, Healer? Is he back? The channel has been completed. Healer can now move freely again. He stumbles dizzily towards Chef, but halfway over he falls in the flowers. Chef trudges the rest of the distance between them and falls beside him. He doesn't look so good, eh? Is this amount of twitching normal? Healer startles and pops his face back out of the flora. His eyes look baggier than ever. Oh no. I forgot about the frostbite! He runs back over to Pet. Chef is left alone, prostrate in the dirt. I forgot too. Sorry, buddy. There's gonna be some pain. Well, I guess a cooler line would be, here comes the burn. Yeah. Here come... Ah! Oh god. Oh god. Your soul has frostbite from the altitude. It's warming back up now. Just don't pass out. It'll be pretty intense at first, but you'll be okay. I promise. Tank runs over to Pet with great bounding leaps, but Imp is already there, holding Pet stable. Oh god. What the fuck is this game? He's alright. Let him breathe. Ah! He's not alright. Ah. Mimi clanks up to Pet, holding her hat. Healer! How can I help? He'll be fine, just stand back. Don't touch him, sweetheart. At last, with a few final twitches coursing through his delicate ears, Pet stabilizes. Tank is doubled over and panting from running 15 feet.
Hey! Can you hear me?
Pet blinks down at the beautiful cushion of chloroflowers I've laid out in the middle of the fuse room to welcome him back. Tank and Mimi are watching him expectantly, waiting for him to say anything. From over his furry shoulder, Healer holds his breath, watching Pet's eyes for any signs of blurry vision or trouble concentrating.
Where's the lady?
Tank punches the wall.
Fuck yeah! There he is! Of course, the first thing he does is worry about the ticket lady. Can you guys believe this shit? That's my ally for you.
She's, the officiary. She's alright, Pet. Is she? How do you feel? Can you see straight? It's too bright in here.
Sorry, that was me.
Where's the lady?
Chef pulls Healer up by a paw and hugs him from behind, resting his chin on Healer's head. Between his long ears, Healer leans into him, almost passing out. She's alive. And so are you.
Phew.
Well, the ghost said he would keep her in the front cabin for a while. We haven't seen her since. She's in the same situation as we all are, so I doubt she'll get a free ride up front.
Right, she got hit with the chains.
Pet doesn't shiver with the memory nor curl up into a ball.
I really hope she's alright. She let me board for free. How did I get away with breaking the first rule?
You didn't get away with anything, sir. My cowardice made sure of that.
Yes, Pet. He killed you. But don't stress about it, okay? Oh. Now I remember. For a moment, I thought maybe I died from a regular old heart attack.
They're pretty common in your breed, aren't they, sir?
Yeah. Hey, you're pretty smart.
How gracious of you to say. Pet licks his whiskers a few times, tasting the flavor of life again. He gets to his shaky forepaws and hind legs. How are you feeling, sir?
I'm glad. I'm glad I have the chance to meet you guys. Who are all of you? The other passengers?
Yeah. Indeed we are, my brave fellow.
Stoked you're alive again. He wanted to let you die, by the way.
No, I didn't.
It's nice to meet you. You're pretty cute, you know that? I hope you win. Thanks.
The room turns briefly to Guardian and Mimi.
Don't you remember meeting us?
Pet blinks.
Vaguely?
Sometimes a few things get lost in the ether. It's nothing serious.
Then, let me do it over.
Mimi kneels down next to Pet, taking a single paw in both her gentle steel hands.
I'm Mimi. I'd like to be friends if that's okay with you. Yeah, sure. We can be friends.
Pet tries to modestly pull his paw away, but she holds on, tearing up a bit.
Thank you. So, hey Healer, tell everyone about your cooldown.
Don't keep it a secret.
Right. Well, I'd like to apologize to all of you. I used Revive without consulting the group. I acted on my own, and I take responsibility for my actions. And I do it again.
Not that I'll be able to. Alright, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!